Welcome back, my friend. This is Mr. Alan in the world of toys. And today is a very special episode because come back on my channel, my fellow YouTuber, amazing toy photographer, and his name is the amazing. Welcome, my friend, to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Woo!
Yes, this is Alan and D part 2 or chapter 2. Yes, we are
Chapter
number 2, man.
Chapter 2. We're 2 for 2
And
now.
by the way, guys, we are so close for the amazing birthday because it's coming the most important day of his life on Monday. That's right, man.
Yes. It'll be my birthday. I'll be a 36-year-old man. Or should I say boy, because I'm young at heart.
I think the perfect way is 36-year young, I think.
Yep. I can roll with that.
Because
I like that.
usually I discovered that in English, everybody says years old, and not young. But why? I think it's better, no? See, because like as an example, you can see a bottle half full or half without something. No, the positive for everything is good in my opinion. Also for because the people have some uh, weird relation with their age, with the time. No, so it depends. Also because the birthday. For example, I'm not a big fan of my birthday. My birthday is on June 12th. I'm a Gemini, but I don't like so much because it's the typical day that I start to do some balance of my life. I don't know why in my birthday I look only the something that I don't like. And I need to change that. I need to change it. What is your typical feelings?
But it's funny though because I kind of feel the same with birthdays. It's weird because it makes you reflect on things like at an unusual rate. You already reflect on things every day, and then your birthday comes along. You're like, well, what am I doing? Like, what have I been doing with my life? And I don't want to think about that. I want to eat cake. I want to like ride rollerblades. I want to like lay on a beach. I don't want to overthink things on my birthday. So I totally understand how you feel with that. It's not easy. That's why I decided to get away from my birthday. And my wife's coming back. Like she went out to like a play and stuff. So I'm waiting for her to come back. That's why I don't have too much time. But I wanted to make sure I got on with you because once you get back from the play, we're gonna go out. So we're gonna like celebrate and stuff. So
Awesome.
it's good.
Celebrate is important.
It is.
But what is? Do you remember the first figures that you got on your birthday?
I gotta think hard about this one. Hold on. What can I eat?
Yes. Also, because if I put this question for myself, I'm in trouble to have a good answer because how many figures I got? What is the first one? It's not easy.
I think that I remember them as adults. But excuse me. I don't know what came over me. Sorry. I remember what I got as an adult, but you know what? It was I don't remember when it was, but it was one of the first ones I remember like really getting back into collecting. And I remember this because I was reading the comics, was the Toy Biz Marvel Legend Genus Vel, because Avengers Forever was releasing, and I thought that was amazing to have like Genus Vel, Captain Marvel. So I specifically remember that in my early teens. I just really cannot remember like what age I was, but I remember it was Avengers Forever was out. I remember Genus Vel having a book. It was him and Rick Jones bonded together. I do remember that.
Okay, if I try to remember I remember a big exciting when I was a kid. When I was a kid, when I got a play set of the Filmation Ghostbuster called the Bone Troll. It was basically a play set with the troll of this evil guy, Primeval.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you are familiar with this cartoon. It's a Ghostbusters version of Filmation with they have a gorilla in the show, and I discovered that this series is really popular right here in Italy, but not so much in US. Maybe because it's more popular, the real Ghostbusters and the movie. But
See,
was
I remember Real Ghostbusters, but I don't remember that. I got to look into that now because I vaguely
yes,
remember something
maybe
like that, but not
maybe I
exactly.
can show you something in my background because in the past I did some interviews with people of
Okay.
the for the filmation. Yes, this
Okay.
one, this guy, I changed my
Oh, no, I know you. As soon as you showed it, I know exactly who you were talking about.
yes, this guy is the main evil guy on the filmation
Yeah,
Ghostbusters, and I got
yeah.
the figure of this guy as a kid, and also
Oh,
the play
really?
set of this throne room was really cool, really cool.
That's what's up. That's
It
dope.
was. Oh, I don't listen the last question, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I used the word dope, which means it's very exciting. It's a
Ah,
very great thing.
dope is really.
Yeah.
I understand what means dope.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't
I
listen
know there's a.
because I we talk at
Oh,
the
okay,
same
okay.
time.
No problem. I'm sorry.
And
But yeah,
I'm right here like a student because I'm good at musician, I'm good as a director, I'm good as a writer, but I'm so bad as a photographer. And when I try to do something nice to the thumbnail for my videos or to
yeah,
do a good light for my stop motions, no,
yeah.
I need to learn something because to put the lights. And when I watch your videos, especially watch your videos to watch how you use the lights, the
Yeah.
colors. I think you're really cool to to use the lights. So tell me something. What is the good way to put the light in the perfect position to do a photo
Okay.
post of a stop motion for me?
Oh, sorry. Again, I'm just so tired. I've been awake for so long. No. So with the photo thing, right? It's very difficult to kind of put into words, but I guess I can like show you with like an example. So, you have like my camera light that you can see from here. You'll have like the backlight. You should try to even out lighting. So if you know that you have lighting in front, like now, and you see how the shadow is covered up top because there's no light up top, but there's light here at the bottom. You want to have light hit from at least 3 points. So it's like this way, and then directly in front of you. With 3 point lighting, it'll even out your lighting so that way you can see everything clearly. That means your camera can pick up everything in the frame that like the details in the figure. So 3 point lighting is very easy. Now, if you want to get fancy, there's things like you eliminate the lighting front, but you get the two sides. So like right now, I only have the front camera, but you see, the closer I get to it, the more lit my face is. So there's things like that.
Okay, and to use the color, for example, for the background to put some light, a green light in the background or a purple light.
Yeah.
What is the
So
perfect rule to use the color in the background, but still white for the figures, for example?
yeah, so background, I use color lighting because I really like adding that tone. I like when characters get different colors on lighting because different colors on lighting mean you can kind of make it pop, stand out. But I use daylight bulbs, so sometimes they're yellowish, but I have a white light that reinforces that it's a little bit more, so that way it evens out the lighting, but it makes colors pop. Very nice.
There is a shout out for our mutual friend, One Six Shooter.
Hey, Trevor's here! Yay! How do I see the?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Comments. Someone also asked me Star Wars at 3 a.m. Does anyone have an Age of Apocalypse Magneto? I have the Mafex one that I reviewed. I have that.
What is your favorite line of action figures now in this moment? Because I
Favorite
think
line.
we can change
Hmm.
mine for that. But right now, what is your favorite in these
My
days?
favorite. See, that's tough because I like mixing and matching my lines. Like I really like mixing them up. So for example, like right now I'm playing with the Lightning Collection Dino Pink. I love this line, but then I also have stuff like Mythic Legions here. And then I have like my Mezco Conan to like fight these guys. I bring those with me on the trip because I was like, actually, I got this one from a friend, but it arrived just in time before we left. But I bring figures with me because I like playing with stuff. But I like mixing and matching. But I guess I don't know because I like them all. I don't really dislike anything. Like
Yes,
there's
yes.
very
I,
few
I
lines that don't work for
understand
me.
that, but maybe the line that you like the most. So you like me because I like too many different type of figures online. But
Yeah.
like for the loves, no, when you meet a new girl, you love more the new one than the last one. Or when I, or
See,
for example, when I did a new novel, when I do a new novel, the last one is the best novel that I ever made. No, for example, the last song is the best because you are in love. You have fresh emotion for the new one. I believe.
so you mean like what am I in love with right now? Like right now.
Exactly.
I am in love right now with I'm going back to my first love, which is Kamen Rider. And that and Super Sentai. So these are probably like my super loves right now because uh I have a lot of childhood memories with it. I have a lot of adult memories, especially the ones spent kind of changing my life. So I'm really like enthusiastic about these right now. So Power Rangers and Kamen Rider are like the two lines that I'm super duper into right now. Like really into.
Awesome, awesome. To me, right now is Mythic Legions because I start this project of stop motion of Mythic Legions. I got dioramas to build a castle, so I'm really in love with Mythic Legions since last April because I started was in love with this. I also start in the background before of this filmation line
Yeah.
was there is a diorama that I still work in progress. Now you can see a little bit. So there
I
is
was
some
so I
pieces
saw
are
that
from
in your background and I was like, wow, you got a bunch of the Crashbox stuff. That looks fantastic.
yes, yes. This one is almost all crash box, but not in the throne room in the background because that one was something that I built myself. Was a
Okay.
throne room with a two ladder
Ooh.
and a balcony and big window on the back. But the other stuff from crash box because they are in scale. I like they are versatile. No, this type
They're
of
so great
dioramas.
for so many things. I love the Crashbox stuff. I can use Crashbox stuff for 90% of the things that I like photograph. That's what's great about it. Like people are like, well, why would you put them like in a throne room? I'm like, who have you not seen in a throne room? Who have you not seen walk through really big fucking doors? You know, it's just really cool stuff, man. Like
Yes,
you
absolutely.
got to realize, like if you like really go out in the world, you'll realize there are a lot of stuff that you just don't see, but it's everywhere around you. Like for instance, those really big doors, you could see that walking down in Midtown New York and going to a church. Like you just
Exactly.
people like you can just see that stuff anywhere. So it's
The
great.
sky is the limit for the creativity with this stuff.
It is. It really is.
I think I discovered also that you use a lot also in your videos the diorama. So when you is what is the process, for example, for you to choose the piece to create the scenario, the background for your figures, for example?
That's a great question. Honestly, I just decide if I'm being honest, what happens is stuff like great example is skeleton, right? Um, I'll go, well, you can see skeletons anywhere. As long as somebody can summon a skeleton, you can get a skeleton anywhere. So I say to myself, who's gonna fight the skeleton, right? And then if I once I decide who's gonna fight the skeleton, then I choose the background. Because then it goes, all right, well, last week we saw skeletons in a forest, right? So today I want to know what happens if skeleton invades somebody's secret base. So I want to see them there. And I go, well, if they look good to me, I'm gonna put them in there. Like again, I read a lot of comic books. I have a lot of fun with fantasy stuff. There is, I'm gonna tell you something that's the absolute truth. At least in my opinion, this is an absolute truth for me. Nothing will ever feel out of place if you do it right.
Yes, that's right. It's like to when you have the perfect inspiration to like to build a story as a writer. For example, I schedule nothing. Just follow with the inspiration, the river of the inspiration, and because
Hmm.
of that, I find the perfect way to find the story, the scene, the characters. They appears like flowers in my mind, and that
That's
works really
good. I
well.
like that. Flowers in the mind. That's a good one.
And also, I'm a poet too, a little bit.
Hey, get busy with it. Get busy.
Yes, also because I do you know the difference for speaking of music, the difference between a minor key and major key? What is the because they are like a
Unfortunately,
color.
unfortunately, I was never really good at music. That's one thing I have absolutely no skill at. I wish I did because music is fascinating to me. I really like. I enjoy ingesting music, like taking it in, but I am terrible at reading it, learning it. I was just never good at that kind of stuff.
I give you
So
an example, a little advice for that. For example, the minor key, you can use the minor key to give you like that. I show you some words, the minor key of music. This one is a minor key.
is that the white keys?
In the key is a type of a range of the notes to use to play the music.
Oh,
And
okay,
you
okay.
use the minor key, the harmony looks like a little bit more sad, nostalgic. If your major key, for example, works like that. A little bit more happy, it's a
Okay.
different mind.
So
So
on
it's
your
like two colors, for example.
I was about to say that. So it's like a color wheel, but it goes from left to right, right?
Yes.
So left would be sad, and right would be happy, and then you kind of play somewhere in the middle.
Yes, yes. Somewhere the hands you use this hand, the left hands use the no the
Yeah.
right hands, especially for the melody on the piano. Not if you can see the piano. Maybe I can turn a little bit the camera. Yes.
I can see it now.
There is this right hands use to the melody, and this other one for the harmony.
Oh,
And this is just a little view inside this type of art. Because
I gotta start looking at like a color wheel, except it's across and not around. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try it.
yes.
Maybe I can learn music. Maybe I can.
Which type of music do you listen in general?
I listen to all music. I like it. If the thing about music is, it doesn't. It's not really about how it sounds at first. It's about what you can relate to, because you have to be open minded when it comes to music. You can't just be closed minded when it comes to music.
There is a comments by Trevor.
Oh yeah, when I guess yeah, he guessed it right. Common Rider was it? Yeah.
And speaking of your work as a photographer, how start your works with Mezco? Because I saw many awesome pictures by you with Mezco.
Yeah, I do some freelance with them.
And how start these works with them?
What you mean?
How start with Mezco?
Oh, did it all start with Mezco? No.
Now, how start? What is the beginning of this work with them?
Oh, when did I start working with them? I think. Hold on, I gotta think about that. The first thing I did with them that was probably published was probably Gomez, Street
Okay,
Gomez, and it was actually Street Gomez and Moon Knight. Yes,
cool.
that was the
And
first thing
when
that I
you
did with them that became published.
you was a Mezco collector before to start
Yeah,
work with them with the photographer. Okay, so you are
yeah.
really that was a dream come true at that time, I believe, for you.
It was a very surreal experience because it was like, when you know people, everybody like kind of everybody thinks like the toy industry is like this big, like this super big thing, right? But it's not. Like everybody really kind of knows each other. So one way or another, people kind of hear about you. And I got an opportunity. I tried it out, and I didn't get it at first, which was okay because back then my skill wasn't there yet, and that's okay because it worked out in my favor. Um, and then it wasn't until a couple of years later the opportunity came, and I took it. I ran with it, and here I am now.
Cool. And when you start to work in general to work as a photographer, do you remember?
I was doing weddings and parties when I was still back when I was a doorman. That was like, oh wow, that was like 9 or 10 years ago. So what is it, 2022? Yeah, about 10 years ago now, 11 years ago now. So I was doing parties and weddings. So I was working overnight as a doorman, and then I was like going to conventions, working conventions, and then like doing parties and stuff like that. And I was just trying to like get myself out there. So I was like trying to build up my toy photography. I was not sleeping like at all. So I was trying to build up my photography. I was trying to build up my name in a bunch of different ways, and nothing really was like catching. But I was kind of happy because I was getting the experience, and I was young enough. I was young enough to like try out a bunch of new things. Like the digital age really didn't like take off yet. I was kind of in this really weird position of I could keep failing, but learning from it. So it was a crazy unique experience for me.
There is a comments about that by Trevor again.
Yeah, yeah. Like, listen, parties are easier than weddings. I'm gonna be honest with that. Because at parties, all you have to do is make sure everybody looks good and capture them at their good moments. At weddings, if there is one bad photo, people will go over hell and high water to make sure that they ruin your day. Like, it's wild. Like, I don't even. Weddings are really tough. Weddings are very difficult because these people want their day to be perfect in every which way, and
Yes,
sometimes they don't get perfect moments. It's rough.
I
And then
understand.
and you don't get any of the cake either. You don't get any cake. That's
Oh,
even worse.
that is sad. You can't eat cake during a wedding. Also because the
Yo,
cake are really good and that this wedding
as a wedding
ceremony.
photographer, it was funny because you would have to bring your own food, your own drink. Like, you can still get some drinks, but a lot of people will tell you, food and drink for you. You have to capture everybody's best moments, and you're just looking like, oh, I'm about to die and be dehydrated. Oh wow. No cake, no drinks, no nothing.
I play music in a wedding only once, but not because it was my job. Because a musician, I ever do only concert with my shop. But what because was a wedding of my fellow drummer, was my drummer in my music band, and
Oh, congratulations.
he had that wedding, and then years ago also he divorced about this wedding. So,
Oh,
but at the
well, not
time he asked me,
congratulations.
yeah, exactly. So at the time he asked me, please sing one of your song during the wedding party. Okay, I do that, but I do a song that was called "The Desire," and actually that song calling about the probably other girl that you can meet during the during a marriage. So maybe because of that song they lost the marriage.
That's spicy right there.
I,
You trying to get people in trouble.
yes, but sometimes I'm a little joker, no, because I'm not a guy that I like so much the institution, no. I'm a free guy. I'm an artist, so the institution like a little cage. I don't like to stay inside a cage, no.
No,
So
that's
for
fair. Some
example,
people are like that.
yes, I know, but I prefer still free in general. Have do everything that I like every day. Maybe got less money because of obviously as an artist, if I put together all my stuff as a musician, right, YouTuber, I can survive every month, but I'm not a rich guy. No, with another job, maybe I can be more rich because in the music sometimes you are popular. I do that in the past because I was the opener of famous musician in Italy. At the time,
Yeah.
I was the opener in a arena. I was on
Oh,
TV. It was popular, and every time I did a concert, that time was full of people. But then, when you maybe got in trouble because the music business is really hard, you lost its popularity, and you need to do something different. And if you won't stay with your art, try to do other arts also at the same time.
oh no, I agree. I agree. As an artist, I 100% agree with you. Like, it's tough because I don't really care about. It's unfair because it's a weird thing to say that I don't care about money because that's not true. I care about money because I got to take care of my family. But at the same time, it's like, it's like whatever. Like, I just want to make art, and it's weird because as an artist, we kind of live in this world that kind of makes us go, "Hey, you got to make money to be an artist, and you have to be popular." Some people don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be famous. I just want to make art. And a lot of people think that I want to be like this famous dude when it's like I really don't care. You don't see me using 87 million hashtags. You don't see me kind of. I don't even go out of my way to promote myself. So like I don't. I don't care. I just want to make art, make people smile, and just live my life. That's all I really want to do. But the world kind of makes that a tad bit difficult. So it's whatever.
I agree with for that. Also because you're still genuine like that, and also if it's because in the music it was different. I remember when I started music, I was really young, like 13 years old. The first time on the stage, I was 13 years old.
You say it like you're super old now, dude. You're not that old. Don't worry.
No, but I was a baby like when I started
Oh,
on the
well, you did
because
say 13, so that makes
13,
sense. 13 is young.
13
That's very young.
is really young. But
Yeah.
it was like something magic when it goes to the stage for the first time as a kid, as a little kid. I saw this was for me, and what my dream was become popular as a kid. It was become a nightmare later because when you become really ambitious with art, you find many problem because it become really hard, especially in the music. Find your position, and I was able because of my ambition. I have had the opportunity to open important concert, become a guest in TV show in Italy, but it's up and down like that. No, and because of that, I believe some years later, I become tired of that, of this business, of this
Yeah.
world, and I started to writing to forget that. So the writing story novel was an escape to forget many problems in the music business. The producer wasn't good, this other manager not, and why I have the opportunity this day, the other day not. So I start to suffer a little bit, and the art saved myself basically.
Would you
And
say
for
that?
me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You weren't finished. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no. Continue. You
No, I was
can.
gonna ask you. Would you say that? Did it make you feel like negative towards your art? Did it affect your mental health?
Affect a little bit because for example, at the time the music was my life, the stage, singing, also acting because was a concert with acting moments, etc. Was my life. For the time, it was impossible to me live without that. It was I remember a dark year because everything was like impossible to move. No, the producer was too slow, and it was in trouble at the time. And the only way was find something to forget. It was not really good because you start to hate your song sometimes because of that. Because the ambition is can kill you sometimes.
Yeah, that's I 100% agree, and that's why I never want to be popular. Like it's weird because, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry. It's just that it's weird when you become popular because there is a gigantic pressure on you. It's like a flattening pressure. It's like you have to produce something spectacular. You have to like be on your tip top behavior all the time. You have to do this. You have to do that. When it's like the amount of pressure that's on me is not the same as the amount of gratitude and love that I'm getting. Now, if that balanced out, I wouldn't feel like it was eating away at me. But I feel like I'm getting more hate than I'm getting love. And then they wonder why so many people drop art from their lives, whether it's music, photography, painting. People just want to feel appreciated in the things that they do. And when we don't feel those things, they wonder why we kind of invert, like we shelter ourselves because we want to feel protected. So that's why some of us, like me and you, I turn to photography to help me stay sane and stable. You turn to poetry and music. And I don't blame you at all for that. It can't be easy. I'm sorry you had to
Yes,
go through that.
no, I'm agree with you. Also, the reason why I start to become a writer, so far I published 5 novels in Italy, and
Ooh,
also because of many famous friends on YouTube, my Italian, because I have also an Italian channel, famous singer, Italian singer, writer. The last novel, the introduction of the last novel was a popular anchorman in Italy. So because of this famous connection of famous artists, they helped me also as a writer.
that's
But
dope.
I write it not to become a famous writer. I don't care for that. Only because writing is something that feel me better and looks like the life is easier. Is the reason why also I become an adult collector too, because I start with my WWF Hasbro figures. I start to create a federation of wrestling and become a stop motion series, customized figure with my friend, and then I I discover again my old figure of masters. I start to collect Cap Grayskull and collecting toys and do videos for this channel. For example, feel me happy. And when you discover that other people are happy because of your job as a YouTuber, is nice. So to me, the only things that I care now is do something that I like, that I love, and and be able to live with that, just to live, not to become rich or not. But like that, I feel better now than when I was popular as a musician, with many struggle and problem at that time.
I know. I feel you. I feel you. I was talking to a friend, and I have this theory. Like, if you, it's weird because when you are a nobody, you want to be somebody, right? But when you become somebody, you wish you were nobody
Yes.
because you realize now, being on the other side where the grass was greener, that being a nobody gave you the ability to be happy without judgment. Whereas when you're somebody, you're judged for everything you do. So, it's crazy when you're on both sides. Like, I never wanted to be popular to begin with, but I'm happy for it because it gave me opportunities. But at the same time, it's like sometimes I just want to not be at the top of my game. Another thing that I've learned is, like, if you're always doing your best, is it really your best? You know, or is it just your normal now? You know, so it's these are things I start to question within myself, and I start to get a little depressed sometimes because, like, am I really doing my best? Have I just gotten comfortable? Am I pushing myself to the next limit? Do I need to push myself to the next limit, or am I just fine? I shouldn't have all those questions. I should just be enjoying the art. Every
I
day I worry about
understand.
that.
I understand these things too, because me too. Also, as every day, my schedule for every day is really full. No, and when I arrive in the end of my crazy life, because I live in the night, because both channels are this one and the other one of rising. That's really big. For example, speaking of numbers, this channel is smaller than the other. The other one is a channel of almost 90 million views of wrestling, 56,000 of subscribers. But I like more this one that is smaller,
Because
because
you
the
get to do
other
your,
one,
your best work.
yes,
You get to do the
it's
fun work.
exactly. I prefer this one. It's smaller, but I love more this one than the other one. Maybe I'm frozen now because I see you frozen. I don't know. One of the two is frozen, or is me, or is D. One of the two. I don't know because I see everything is frozen. No, I frozen myself. I don't know. Internet Jurassic connection. No, I think D is frozen. Maybe I. Because maybe I'm frozen because it's in frozen. So I feel right because you can see in another screen. Yes, it's frozen. Maybe yes. He's back in a few moments, guys. However, in a few minutes, when he waited that the come back, and okay, well, thank you, Trevor. Maybe it's the frozen. I hope he will return. And don't forget, guys, if you join the channel as a member, you can share live with me in special episode your um, Mythic Legion collection. I create also a Patreon for my stop motion series, and more is coming, guys. I hope that D will return. I don't know what happened, but it's back. Welcome back. You were from, because in the
Yeah.
beginning I wondered it was me because in Italy we have a slow and Jurassic connection, also in the night. So
No, my wife was calling, so it disrupted everything on my computer because my computer and my phone are linked. So she's getting ready to come up, so I gotta go. but it has been wonderful, and I'm sorry I have to go. Maybe we can get back sooner though, soon.
Okay.
But we're gonna get ready to step out. I know she's been wanting to take me out forever because it's my birthday. Well, it's not my birthday yet, but you know what I mean. But
Yes, no problem.
Alan,
So
it's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for having me. For real. Let's get our song on.
the song of the goodbye. If you will come back in the future, I'm very happy because now we are friends, man. I'm very happy to talk with my friends, fellow YouTuber, an amazing photographer also too. That and thank you for your advice also for the lives last time.
No
So
problem.
thanks for watching, guys, and you can sing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Have you a nice birthday party with new toys for you, I hope. So thank you, D, to be
thank
in the
you.
show. And see you soon and have an awesome night. You deserve it because feel love in the birthday day is the better things for our life, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. I hope you have a wonderful day night because I know your night is your day. All right?
Exactly.
And stay out of trouble. No vampires, okay?
No vampires. Thank you so much. Next week, guys, next Saturday, Nate Birch, we ready for an interview. Bye-bye, guys. Goodbye.